Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your SRN Sunday Oval League. This is the one and only Dylan Stroud as your commentator. Here by myself this week. Unfortunately, Ben Davey has decided that he doesn't like me enough to show up this week, and it's just me, myself, and I. So we're going to do some interesting things this week as we settle in here for qualifying, jumping on board with a couple of those people, watching what's happening around the track, waiting for Max to do his one and only reverse maneuvers. And oh no, he didn't. He just got off the track. Never mind then. Oh, going for another lap. Anyway, what I'm actually going to do for this race is allow the camera to do its own thing. I do struggle a little bit to pay attention to the race, do play-by-play and swap between what's happening. So I'm going to let the camera do its thing. We'll be along for the ride. If it starts to be a little bit too yeah, I will change it. But we are just focusing on what is exciting so far. And yeah, Jared Kelly so far setting our #1 qualifying. Looks like Jason Oceanwet has decided not to qualify again. I thought he was going to qualify on tracks that weren't sort of short tracks, but I guess you do have to lift a little bit here at Kansas. This is round 8, by the way. Hopefully I should be able to get a scoreboard up and running at some point, but we all know who's in first anyway. Mr. Cheeseball himself, Jason, is obviously in first. Maxwell Wait coming in at a comfortable 6th place there. Unfortunately getting out qualified by his arch nemesis, Finn Harrison, who I didn't think was actually going to show up today. Dustin Robinson going out for his first lap now. Not long here to go in qualifying. OBS keeps fighting. But since there's no one else here either to do the commentating side by side with me this week, I will also be dragging drivers up every now and again. Either they provide me with a dad joke, or I'm gonna just roast them, because that's what I do best. Austin Hennigar showing up right at the deadline for sign up there. We do have 15 races, a little bit more than last week, which is a good thing. Oh, more of an open track. Should see less incidents this week, maybe, I hope. Maxwell, unfortunately getting away with murder last week, causing an incident and blaming it on Finn. Somehow that went his way. Agree with that. It's still your fault, and I'll be saying that till the day I die, Maxwell. Dustin Robinson now coming around for his first flying lap here at Kansas. And he's going to send it well out wide, almost get close to that wall. Doesn't touch it, no 0 times. This is still a lap. Going to go on the board. Nice and clean here. Dustin Robinson actually setting a purple sector there for sector #1. He's currently in 5th. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do to fill those awkward silences now that my boy Ben is gone. That puts him up to 3rd place. Beautiful lap there by Dustin Robinson. As we've only got one more person out on track, Finn Harrison. Probably going to do some sideways things. Austin Hennigar looking like he's going around this track with the pedal at 50%. Really wish I had telemetry for these guys, but I don't think iRacing actually provides that part of it. That sucks, to be honest. I would love some telemetry sometimes to see what these guys are doing. That would be great. Also, Austin, why isn't it showing your car? What is this rude thing? You on stealth this week. Dustin Robinson's still out on track. Bro's just deciding to do some more laps. He was there for only half of the practice. Finn going sideways already. He's practicing how to catch it because we all know exactly what's going to happen. Finn, you're a gronk. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. What do you mean I can't hide from you, Max? Excuse me, I'm not hiding anywhere, sir. Jesus, I'm not like you guys. You know, I say it with my whole chest when I want to say it. All right, that is the end of qualifying here as we wait for that grid to show up, and we will have a quick look at that. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, as we jump onto the grid, let's have a quick look. Jared Kelly qualifying first for the first time in a few races. Man's putting out a statement and saying it with his whole chest. Is 0.052 seconds faster than June Jimenez. Dustin Robinson in third. Luke Del Papa back and ready to slay in fourth. Glenn Bratton fifth. Finn Harrison also qualifying quite well in sixth. Hank Moore seventh. I wish he could get more out of his lap next time.
Welcome to round 8, I think it is, or 7. I don't remember.
Round 8.
Good little crowd, 15 people. Should be fun. I think there was a bit of heated stuff last race. So let's try to remember this is for fun, so we don't need to like trash on each other a little too much. Yeah, just have fun. I think a lot of guys are in one chat and a lot of guys are in another chat. So try to avoid to like get involved in your own chat and start ganging up on one person type thing. Ashley, I'll come at you, bro. And then, yeah, it's just for fun, guys. This is a fun little Sunday league. So yeah, let's just keep all the egos out of it and just have some fun. Anybody gets any black flags on the starts, when you go into the pits, let me know. I'll clear, and then we'll look after the race. If you've caused an incident, or you think you caused the incident, you can claim it, and you'll have one less penalty point. Otherwise, if it goes to the stewards race afterwards, we'll look at it all together, like we did last week and the weeks before. Otherwise, have fun, guys.
Right, I do just want to say, Dustin Robinson, thank you for reminding me. I actually forgot to open my trading panes. I did it again. Fuck. Anyway, Maxwell Waite in 8th. 9th is Robert Davis. Joseph Blommel in 10th. James Cochran in 11th. Ashley Dodson in 12th. Richard Malugani in 13th.
Dylan, open your trading panes.
Already done. Austin Henniker in 14th.
What the man said.
Jason Landry in 15th. Right, okay, look, I don't usually do this mid-race, but fucking, okay. Yes, quick calibration. Can't see anything. It's not working. Yes, I did that. Okay. Don't worry about me. It's all done now. Okay. Sorry. Now let's get rid of that board and get ready to race here at Kansas Speedway. We are getting underway. Let's put our cameras to that and watch what happens here as we are on board with Dustin Robinson of the number 3 so far as the safety car pulls off and we are waiting to go green here. Green. And we are off and away. Everyone's going to jostle for position. Maxwell Waite right behind Finn Harrison. The two arch nemesis going at it with each other. Ooh, almost 3 wide into that first corner of Kansas. Here we go. The number 89 of Glenn Bratton just settling into, what is that? 7th place now. I'm going to jump up with the leaders because that is a lot more exciting. And obviously, the way that the iRacing camera works is not the best. Oh my god, that's already a crash. That is Finn Harrison. Who was that? I completely missed that, but oh my god, we just witnessed an absolute tragedy. That was a murder if I've ever seen one. And okay, so
hey, Jason, I'm done after this race, dude. That's intentional.
Let's go back. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
What the hell? It's not actually showing my crashes. This
we'll
is
look at it after the
so
race.
very, very
That's all I can
weird.
say. I don't. While we're racing, we can't really see what exactly it looks like.
That is not the best, but that was a complete and utter
that's
shit
understandable.
show. Obviously, a few people getting on board there to display their displeasure in that situation. But let's jump back to live. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I would like to go back. Unfortunately, my overlay is not working very, very well. I will go back and see what happened for everyone. Jump on board with Finn Harrison, and we will go back and see what happened. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my SDK. It's not actually showing me when people are getting into crashes. All right. Jumping on board with Finn Harrison, here we go. He's going to come down just a little bit low. That's going to turn Luke Del Papa, brother. No, sorry, Dustin Robinson. Dustin Robinson getting turned by Finn. Absolutely unfortunate there. We are still under a caution as we jump back to live. Finn Harrison once again making his presence known on track as it usually goes. So let's pull up our first victim. The victim himself, Dustin. So you want to talk about it, buddy?
That's fucking intentional. I'm sorry.
It didn't look that intentional. It was an accident, but I know how it can feel. Anyway, what's your best dad joke? While you're angry, let's try and make you be funny.
My best dad joke? Got me on the spot.
Yeah, I know. It's real hard to think about a joke when you're angry, huh?
You know,
Come on,
my wife told me to embrace her mistakes, so she gave me a hug.
Yep, fair. No. Nice. That's self-roast. Is your wife's name Alibi too? Because you were talking a lot about a Golden Gay time earlier.
It is. Same wife you got.
Same wife I got? Yeah, right, don't buddy. Okay. But anyway, I don't think it was too intentional, mate. It was an accident, but unfortunately, I feel like that's probably your race done and Maxwell's as well. How long you got for repairs?
Yeah, I had a strong car. I felt like I should have won this race, even on lap 1.
You feel like you should have won this race? Well, shit. You know, miracles do happen. Squirrels do find a nut every now and again. But, yeah, how long you got on repairs? Are we going to see you back out on track, or is that it?
I can show you what my screen says, if you want to see that.
I can't really show everyone, but yeah, sure.
And you can look at it.
Okay, I will look at it and we will... Wait, what? It says... Oh, down there. Too much damage. We're done. Green.
Right,
We are back under racing. Jared Kelly leading us off. Thank you very much, Dustin. I will let you go and you can lick your wounds and we'll talk about it later.
Whatever. Some bullshit.
Whatever.
Later, brother.
Have fun. Laters. That's unfortunate there for Mr. Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson. Anyway, Jared Kelly already finding a bit of a gap there to second place. Oop. Glenn Bratton all the way back in 5th. He's having maintained his position. Hank Moore making 3 positions, taking that wide line off the top. I'm not really sure about the strategy for this race whatsoever. Yeah. We'll just have to roll with the punches. Sorry about that. A little bit gassy. Ashley Dodgson, though, in the car right behind Glenn Bratton, having made 6 positions this race so far. Man's on the charge. The missile from Mackay making his way up that order very, very quickly. Austin Henniger in the 333 right behind him. 7 positions made for him. And, of course, the shark himself, smelling blood in the water, has made his way up. That's Jason Oceanwet on the charge now, hunting down those leaders as he passes Austin Henniger. That high line seems to be working very, very much. Oh, Austin Henniger maybe having to pull on the anchors a little bit there as Ashley Dodgson cuts right across his front. Ashley Dodson not even asking for permission to come across his face at all. As Jason Landry now another position on the 888 of Ashley Dodson. Ashley Dodson could use this to his advantage though and allow Landry to give him that toe as Malagani is also making moves up the order, following Landry through as we come on to lap 9 of 115 here at Kansas. Austin Henniger opting for that high line now as well, following through with Ashley Dodson. The draft does make a bit of a difference here at Kansas. So we can expect to see a lot of people working together. Hank Morm having made 4 positions from 7th to 3rd this race, as we see June Jimenez qualified 2nd has fallen back to 4th right behind him as June is looking to make a pass here on Luke Del Papa. Luke Del Papa thinking that he will maybe win this race. Looking Ashley Dodson having also lost a position now to Joseph Blommel as well. Ashley Dodson falling back in the order a little bit there. Is this a strategy call? Or is the missile just out of jet fuel and cannot make anything happen for himself right now? James Cochran and Finn Harrison obviously feeling bad about what he did to Dustin Robinson, has decided to drop all the way back. Oh, he does actually have a little bit of damage there on the front. And ladies and gentlemen, let's just look at those tires. Isn't that a beautiful sight? What a beautiful sight. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong camera. Anyway, back to the actual racing. Jared Kelly, still our leader, being hounded by Luke Del Papa. Hank Moore right on his ass. June Jimenez behind them. Jason Landry still making moves up the order, getting past June Jimenez. Although Jimenez is fighting back, he's not going to let him have it for free. Sorry, that's Glenn Bratton, not June Jimenez. I'm a dickhead. But, that is unfortunate there for both of those, Max and Dustin. They are both very upset right now. Beautiful racing here from Glenn Bratton and Jason Landry. Glenn Bratton not giving Jason an inch. He might be our series leader. But Glenn Bratton is standing up to him and saying, no one leads me, especially not a man like you. Sorry, that was meant to be an Avengers joke, but I'm no hero. Oh, that was very close there with Richard Malagani as Glenn Bratton comes down on him. Richard Malagani making moves right behind Landry. Landry is opening up all that space for him, as well as Austin Henniger now. Very much using all of this to his advantage to make all of those positions. Ashley Dodson falling back once again. Missile from Mackay, better pick up his game. Austin Henniger now under pressure from Glenn Bratton and Blommel. Ooh, Blommel looking at that outside line. That's making a lot of use to all these guys. Cutting up high and then right down low is allowing them to get that drive out of that corner and get everything done as Joseph Blommel gets past Glenn Bratton as well. And that's Glenn Bratton losing another spot. Not quite. Glenn Bratton is still fighting. That's another crash there with Glenn Bratton and Robert Davis. Robert Davis, unfortunately, getting that rear right
Glenn
on the brother. And that's going to turn him.
I got to let the stage car by.
That's another crash for us. All right, ladies. That wasn't quite as bad as it should have been, but that's still going to bring out our safety car. That's going to bring the field all back together. Who was that again? That was Robert Davis. All right. While he's in a precarious moment, let's drag him up here. You know, you're meant to race people, not assassinate them, sir.
Yeah, that's on me.
I had a fucking frontline seat to that. I was just commenting on how Glenn Bratton was racing really well with everyone that was passing him, and then all of a sudden you tried to take him out.
Yeah, unfortunately, had a couple of opportunities to try to go around him, and the doors closed. I just got a little too aggressive trying to get around him. 100%
You know,
my fault.
even though because you can't get around them doesn't mean you got to go through them. All right, sir.
Nah, yeah, that's not what I was trying to do, but that's how it worked out.
I don't know if you know about atoms and particles, but when they vibrate and they're together enough, things do become solid. You know, you can't just phase through them. So,
I know what happens when you split an atom.
yeah, true. I think we all do. Manhattan Project. All right, Robert. Dad joke. Hit me.
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
No idea.
No idea.
What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs?
I mean, I would say a vegetable, but I don't know.
Nah, still no idea.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Well, just remember,
yes, sir.
Your opponents are solid. Can't go through them.
Yep. Yep.
You have fun. Have fun. Don't die. I know that your all your bum buddies there are quite upset down in their own chat, having to talk about that incident. But you have fun. Good luck, sir. And,
Yes, sir. Have fun.
I will. Alrighty. That was Justin Robinson. But I'll tell you what, everyone pulling into the pits there to get a nice free pit here at Kansas as we come under our second caution. That one caused by Robert Davis deciding that he didn't need to abide by the rules. At least that wasn't an absolute murder of a takeout. And no one was injured. Everyone walked away safely from that one, and we can continue racing. But Jason Landry, Mr. Ocean Wet, 11 places. This man just can't be stopped. I'll tell you what, like, do we have to call NATO? Is him versing people lower I rating a war crime? I think it is. Jared Kelly, I'm not sure. He did not pit with everyone else. No, wait, he did pit. Lap 16. One of the only people that not to pit was Del Papa. As we come back underway, we are led off by Luke Del Papa. And Luke Del Papa's just going to shoot away. Being chased down by Jared Kelly. Jun Jimenez behind. Jason Landry in 4th. Richard Malagani in 5th. Hank Moore in 6th. 7th now. As we go down, Ashley Dodson looking to make moves up the order. Jason Landry squeezing past on the outside there. Oh, my lord. Malagani, sorry, that's Jun Jimenez going high, and he's going to cut down back low. It's a good side-by-side racing now. 3-3 of Austin Hennigar getting a little bit loose there in the background as, Jared Kelly. And, sorry, that's Luke Del Papa and Jason Landry getting all sorts of checked up there. That was a very, very close one for the front end of Landry. Luke Del Papa right up the butthole of the number 55 of Jared Kelly as Landry, we've got 3 wide here. 86 of, can't even keep up. Malagani, Landry, and Del Papa now. This is some good side-by-side racing. Oh, that was close for Dodson. Oh, Luke Del Papa.
My bad. I thought you were
And
gonna go
Malagani coming to blows there. Just throwing the elbows out a little bit, getting a little bit handsy with each other. That's what we like to see. Robin is racing, ladies and gentlemen. That's the number 66 of Hank Moore. Squeezes past on the outside. He makes another position as... Oh, okay. All right. You know what? Usually the exception doesn't make the rule, but the rule is Jason Landry is just going to lead the race, I guess. Another week. Another Landry race. Now, hopefully we actually see a bit of a fight between Landry and Ashley Dodson, both making moves up the order. Jared Kelly sliding back into second. And looks like Ashley Dodson's got a bit of a run here. He's going to back off. Not quite look for the move on Landry as Jared Kelly goes low here. This is some beautiful racing here from all these boys. Bro, I should pull Landry up and ask him about something, because that would be a perfect time to do it. Man is in full concentration mode. I don't want to do that though. He might get angry at me. I don't want to upset the league admin. Bro might kick me. I'm only joking. Ashley Dodson around the outside. Jared Kelly is still on the inside, still making moves side by side, racing 3 wide up the back here with Jimenez, Hennigar, and the number 86 of Malagani. Finn is looking like he's making some moves up the order as well in that number 38. Beautiful side-by-side racing here. This is actually some of the best side-by-side racing we have had all season, and it is getting me all hot under the covers. I might have to go have a cold shower after this one. I didn't know how much I could say there. No, I almost went too far. Austin Hennigar. Absolutely beautiful work from him. Finn Harrison looking to make those positions back. He's obviously not feeling bad about himself anymore. Dustin Robinson still in the pits. He's not going to be racing again for the entirety of this race. Austin Hennigar making moves as we move back to Hank Moore and Jared Kelly. As Hank Moore looks for that move around the outside, he's going to get checked up by Landry. Landry's going to cut down across the nose of Jared Kelly. That's going to slow Jared Kelly down. Hank Moore is going to take that high line. Sorry, no, not Hank Moore. Oh my lord, I'm gonna get. No, it is Hank Moore. Oh, it's showing me a different thing. Down in the bottom, I'm going to need to reload my textures, ladies and gentlemen. They are on the wrong thing. Anyway. Ashley Dodson, though. This is our big talk of the race. Will Ashley Dodson be able to take his first win of the season? The meat missile from Mackay. Bro has had some unfortunate races. Obviously, strategy didn't pan out last week. He is being hunted down by Hank Moore, though. Bro's gained 5 positions, but he wants more. Yes, he does. Hank Moore going to push right up on Dodgson. Oh my god, that's close. Not much of a gap between either of those individuals right now, but Dodgson really loving that high line. As Finn Harrison now in third. What beautiful work by him. Jared Kelly and Landry both dropping back down the order. Let's jump back on with Hank Moore and Dodgson, because these two are having an absolutely beautiful battle here. Side by side, that high line just has a beautiful run out of that. Is that the first or second sector? Honestly, I'm not sure. Lap 28, though, we have seen multiple lead changes, multiple things happen, a couple of safety cars. This has been a beautiful race. Ashley Dodson still maintaining that position. He is not letting Moore have it whatsoever. This is some beautiful, I don't know if you'd really call it defense, but some high line running from Dodgson. Hank Moore deciding that maybe that low line is scrubbing his tires a little bit too much, as Finn Harrison is now on the hunt. In third, Jared Kelly getting checked up behind him a little bit by Finn Harrison's line. Finn's going to cut down, try and block Kelly as he comes through. We've seen what happens when Finn decides to block. Oh my lord, we need to jump back on there. These three all in a nice tight line, tight like a tiger, nowhere to move. As Finn Harrison goes higher, Jared Kelly's going to slip underneath him and get that pass kind of secured as Finn. No, Finn's taking that high line. It looks like he got that damage repaired. Ooh, Finn just touching. Loving to get their elbows out this race. Ashley Dodson getting a little bit loose there. Hank Moore, Dodgson, Harrison, Kelly. Did I just hear a slide? I did not. 2x2, that's how they got onto the arc, and that's how we're racing here at Kansas. In God's country.
Thought you were going up, bud.
Woo.
You have it.
Malagani. Something happened back here, is it? Anyway, back to Dodgson and Moore. These guys holding hands for the better part of 6 laps. Look at this, just nice 2x2 lines all the way back. Hank Moore and Dodgson. These two making their presence known. Both of these guys haven't really been seen much from this season. It's good to see a different couple at the front of this pack leading us away here. There is still a lot of laps to go, but not gonna lie, this is looking beautiful for some good racing at the end here. Jared Kelly and Jason Landry, Jason Landry, Jared Kelly sort of falling back quite far. Austin Hennigar up 9 places. Kelly lost 3. Finn Harrison gaining 3. Hank Moore 5. And Ashley Dodson 11. Look at these two. Oof, a little bit sketchy there from our boy, Mr. Hennigar. Jumping back with our leaders. Hank Moore still trying to battle Finn Harrison, going high there. Woo. Austin Hennigar getting right up in front of Jared Kelly's face to slow him down a little bit. Someone hitting the wall back there. I did hear his tires screeching. And good evening, Mr. Strovich. How are you doing this evening? I don't know how long you've been.
A friend for a few minutes.
I don't know how long you've been there for. But
I just came by to pop by and say hi and take a good listen to your commentating there, see how everything's going.
It's going all right.
Morning.
I am feeling a little bit lost without my little sidekick, but you know, I'm getting it done.
That's great to hear. You're doing a good job.
Oh.
If somebody tuned in and they were blind, would they be able to understand what's going on?
Well, let's just say that without Ben here, there's a lot more focus on actually the racing. So yeah, I'd say that, you know, you could probably see what's happening in your mind's eye if you were listening to me.
Incredible. That picture you painted a few moments ago, that was beautiful.
Which one?
Whatever you're talking about with Finn,
Hey?
spot on. Whatever you were talking about with Finn, that was spot on.
Copy. Easy. Well, thank you, sir. I will get back to commentating this racing. And I think I've missed out on something because Hank Moore has dropped right back into 3rd. Ashley Dodgson now managing to get a little bit of a gap, 4/10 to Finn Harrison, the man behind, who is in 2nd place. Finn Harrison, Hank Moore side by side now, as Jared Kelly is also back on the hunt, using that high line to try and get a bit of speed as Finn drops down in front of Austin. Sorry, that's James Cochran. James Cochran all up in the mix now too. 38 of Finn Harrison, though, getting squeezed between Hank Moore and Jared Kelly. Man's not good in tight spaces. We know that for sure. June Jimenez, though, having dropped back 4 positions. He's now in 6th. James Cochran in 5th. Kelly in 4th. And I tell you what, Landry is all the way back in 8th. What's going on with Landry this race? The man, the myth, the legend, Jason Ocean Wet. Usually our leader.
18 will be pitting.
Del Papa going in for his first pit of the race. I think that actually not taking that pit stop during that safety was a bad move for him. That's him probably a little bit out of the mix for now, but we could still have a safety car later on. Ashley Dodson still leading us, still managing to maintain that 4/10 gap. Actually, it looks like Hank Moore might be closing it out a little bit, but oof. Hank Moore getting a hell of a run out of that corner. Finn Harrison in 4th now, being overtaken by Jared Kelly. He's going to take that middle line. The 87 of Joseph Blommel up his inside, looking for a move now on him. There has been a lot of passes this race. This has been some very, very exciting racing, or maybe it's just the fact that I'm paying attention to it more because I do not have Ben here. But all of these guys are actually showing some great, great racing. James Cochran hoping to make something out of this race. He has had oh, no, he's going to touch the wall there a little bit. And that's going to sort of throw his run out the window there, but let's hopefully he can get back on his feet. and start chasing again. Wait, Moore has passed Ashley Dodgson for the lead. Ashley Dodgson, what happened there, brother? I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I did not see what happened there, but you know what? With the beauty of technology, we can go back and see exactly what happened there. Oh, and we are in slow motion, ladies and gentlemen, and we do not want to be in slow motion. All right, hang on. Just going to take that low line. Oh, Ashley Dodson making a contact with the wall. That is quite unfortunate for the Dodge Meister. But let's jump back to live.
Hate to see it with Dodgson.
Yeah, honestly.
Your local hero just swallowing it
The
there.
missile from Mackay, bro. He's doing the Australians proud right now, though. Unfortunately, he got cucked last week with his strategy. He was worried about getting a safety car after his pit stop, and it happened 3 laps after, and everyone got a free pit stop. So it kind of threw his whole strategy out the window. But now, his comeback swing in this race, hopefully top 3 finish for him. As Jared Kelly.
Sometimes.
That is
12
true.
years on service.
Yep.
You still can't get up a W here.
That is very... Yeah, not an SOL. I'm sure he's had W's everywhere else, but wait, what just happened? What's going on? Oh, Jared Kelly blinking in and out of existence. I was wondering exactly why things were crapping out there for a second. Jason Landry side by side and now with the number 87 of Joseph Blommel looking. Oh, that's oh Jesus, that was the number 157 of Robert Davis, absolutely smacking that wall. The right side of his car is all bent and bruised up. I'm sure that was a big hit by him. Lucky that didn't escalate into more, but Austin Hennigar following up this group of James Cochran, Finn Harrison, Joseph Blommel, and leading them off is Landry. All of these guys maintaining that side by side through most of this race. Jared Kelly having made a move on Dodgson now, as we got the number 22 of June Jimenez also in the hunt, looking to retain another position back closer to where he qualified for this race. So many lead changes, and I'm sure there's going to be so many more, as the 157 of Robert Davis is just flying through, trying to get his lap back after that pit stop. Both him and Del Papa having opted not to make a pit stop during our second safety car, which I think has very, very much cost their strategy. We'll see how it works out at the end. If we do get another caution, one of them might get the lucky dog, which I'm pretty sure at this point will be Robert Davis. Jason Landry now in the pits. Is this a strategy call from the Landmaster? Or has Landry taken a bit of a beating?
56 pitting
You
in.
think that undercut will help him out, or is it going to put him a bit behind if he can't get into that clean air?
I'm not exactly sure how the strategies are going to pan out here. Usually I do go to Landry for the strategies on this track, but Landry hasn't done any practice, so I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen and how people are going to play out this race.
Maybe he timed it so he can catch back up and get back in the draft there when he exits the pits. Let's find out, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. June Jimenez now up in second as the number 66 of Hank Moore jumps into the pits, giving the lead back to the Dodge Meister. Kelly in third. Everyone having pitted once, apart from Landry, who has pit 3 times. Landry is... not sure if this is Landry pulling out of the race. No, he's coming back out now. Oops, sorry. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, so we have Hank Moore has pitted twice. Landry 3 times, and that is all to report from there. Everyone else has had only 1 pit stop of this race so far, but I would say that's a free pit stop. We don't really count that, so we're probably looking at Richard Malagani now, also heading in. All right. June Jimenez, Dodgson side by side now. These two fighting over the lead on lap 51 of 115. Dodgson unable to catch a break. Everyone is all over him like chocolate on Turkish Delight. Finn Harrison now in his own little air pocket. Probably the safest place for him to be is not around anyone else. Could wrap that man up in bubble wrap and put him in a padded room.
Hate to say it, but you're not wrong.
Well, I've come to call Maxwell and him. They're the incident twins. Never hear about anyone getting in as many incidents from anyone else. Okay, it looks like everyone is starting to pull in for their second pit stop now. Kelly? Jared? Well, I need to find out what was going on there. 2 seconds.
Did he approach it too hot? He might have forgot to put his brake bias back a little bit there and just let the back go around, eh?
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to ask him a question. Mr. Kelly, what was that entrance to the pits? What exactly happened there?
It's a cheating method, so just wait. Just let me cook.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm cheating.
Yeah,
It's actually faster.
It's faster.
If you melt the tires
Yeah.
off, I heard if you melt the tires off there, they just come off faster, eh? And you just peel them off.
Yep.
Quicker pit
I
stop.
got a secret from Max Verstappen. He told me it was quicker.
I think that means he forgot to hit the brake bias.
Yep. So was that did you cop a black flag there, sir, or
Nope. I'm all good.
No, you're all good. All right, fair enough. All right, well, actually, before you go, dad joke, come on. Everyone else has had to do one.
What do you call a magic owl? Houdini.
I like it. I actually like that one. Best one. Honestly, best dad joke so far. I think that deserves an extra point for this race, even if you don't, score too high. But I'm excuse me. What the hell was that? Okay, so we've just had someone else do a 180 into the pits. We're gonna have to catch back up with them. But thank you for the dad joke, Kelly. It was the best one of the race so far. Nice work, brother. Good luck. All right. So someone else just did a 180 into the pits. That was the number 87 of Joseph Blumel. And
I saw that there. I didn't know we were gonna be getting sign-up forms ready for ballet class. So
honestly,
I guess I gotta put that on my list next year for SRN.
Honestly, maybe we might have to sign a few of these boys up for ballet class with the twinkle toes that they got. Doing 12s like that. Luke Del Papa, though, coming back out after all those pit cycles. Sorry, Luke Del Papa has not pitted again yet. He pitted on lap 39. It is loud in lap 56. And Hank Moore is all over him like a bad smell. Looking for that league. Del Papa hoping to have a good result from this race. Let me drag the other numbnut up here that doesn't know how to use his brakes before entering pit lane.
Looking pretty good for Landry now.
It is. Mr. Blumel, you know that you're meant to enter the pit lane between the cones and forwards, right? Not outside the cones and backwards.
Yeah, but I tried to do a Gymkhana entry.
Oh, I see. Well, didn't work too well. Did you get a black flag from that? I feel like you'd get a black flag for unsafe pit entry.
I got hold for 70 seconds.
Brother. 70 seconds? Bro, what the hell? You were actually having a hell of a race too, man.
Say hi, Austin. Go ahead.
I was doing great until I screwed it for myself.
Bro, Jesus Christ.
Like
every other race, you haven't been able to...
This is my first time ever driving this track, okay? I bought this right before we did this.
Wait, don't worry. I saw Jared Kelly literally do the same thing you did. Right before you did it. And I was talking to him about it when I watched you do it. So...
Make sure you put that on the highlight reel.
Yeah. We're signing both of you up for ballet class, since you like to do spins. Might help you with your control. All right. Before you go, sir, come on, Dad Jack.
Yep.
Think quick. Come on. You're on the spot. Spotlights on, twinkle toes. Come on. Rub those two brain cells together. Get a bit of heat going in that brain. Come on. You can think of something.
Nah, I can't think of anything right now.
Oh, my God.
Hey, here's a good one.
Can't.
Knock, knock.
Okay. Yeah. Who's there? Oh, wait. Sorry. I meant to say who's there. Sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad. I forgot how it works for a second there.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not Joseph anymore. Get him the hell out of here.
True. Goodbye, Twinkle Toes.
See you later, buddy.
Oh, jeez. Okay, back to our actual racing here. Let's catch up with what has happened. Hank Moore being the winner out of all of this. Brother is in first place with a 6/10 gap to Luke Del Papa. Luke Del Papa now said that he was going to have a good result from this race. So far, it's looking good. Ashley Dodson, though, all the way back, 2 seconds gap to the leader. And he hunt down June Jimenez and Luke Del Papa and hopefully Hank Moore. On that note, my mouse being a douche. Give me 2 seconds here, but we will keep going. Yeah. Better. Alrighty, Jared Kelly now all the way back in 6th. James Cochran in 7th. Mr. Henniger sounding unimpressed as always. Letting Jason by. Brother does not want any of that smoke. I don't blame him.
Max, you going to come out at any point?
Brother, his car is El Fute. Anyway, I don't know if he heard me then. But anyway. Ashley Dodson now making moves on Del Papa. Del Papa falling all the way back. What is going on with our man here? Is he looking for his second pit stop of the race? Or is he just slowing right down? Come on, Papa Del. Let's see some good things. Ashley Dodson on the charge now, closing up that gap. He has gained 6/10 over the last couple of laps. We are on lap 64 of 115. He is definitely hunting down June Jimenez and Hank Moore. He is hungry for that win, bros. Wanting to make a statement with his whole chest.
Talk about it after the race.
Okay, you two need to stop with it. Stop DMing each other. And you need to get off the microphone, Finn. Landry, though, he is a good 37 seconds back from the leaders. Is this part of his strategy? Both him and Kelly side by side now. The two teammates usually working together do very, very well. Usually when they strategize and make something. Is Jason Landry's strategy going to pan out for him, or are we going to see a refreshing taste this week and a new winner? June Jimenez now in the lead of our race. He's having made that move on Hank Moore. Let's go back and have a quick look at that. June Jimenez taking that outside line here to get that nice pass done around Mr. Moore. Can't ask for any more out of those tires. That low line seems to be hurting them quite a bit.
Yeah, it looks like it's really scrubbing the tires a lot there when they're taking the low line, and it's overheating them there. So
yeah.
A couple of other guys with that top line are just kind of just pushing right through that clean air on the top when they get a run on them.
Exactly. It looks like taking that high line, cutting in down low is one of the best ways to take that corner and then save those tires. But tires seem to be making a hell of a difference here. The sucky, the slipstream isn't looking like it's too effective right now. Everyone has actually split right up. It's a very, very, it's that big difference in, what would you call it? Strategies. Sorry. Couldn't think there for a second, but yeah. Strategies seem to be panning out very differently. Everyone opting for something else, as everyone has taken now their second pit stop, apart from Glenn Bratton. But sorry, no, that's Robert Davis. Robert Davis has not taken second pit stop, but he is also all the way back in 8th. So unfortunately, I don't think that we're going to see too much out of Robert Davis so far. Apart from trying to murder someone earlier in the race, he hasn't done too much and has fallen back into his own little air pocket, which is unfortunate for him. And unfortunate for us, to be honest, because all of this racing has kind of petered out. We had everyone in a group, everyone's opted for different strategies, different pit times, and that has really thrown the order for a loop, and the gap between everyone is quite significant. Ashley Dodson,
we're
though.
gonna need a caution soon.
I think so. Richard Malagani at this point will get the lucky dog and get his lap back. Joseph Blommel, after his 70 seconds, comes back out in 12th of 13, still on track. Dustin Robinson and Maxwell Waite both DNFing this race after being taken out on lap 3. Ashley Dodson is back. Ooh, in the hunt for positions as he sniffs Hank Moore's clacker. Coming around here into... Sorry, what is this? The second sector of this race? On lap 71, Ashley Dodson making that pass there on the outside. Claps the wall a little bit. It's going to slow him down just a little amount. But Hank Moore, as we've seen tonight with Glenn Bratton and others, Jared Kelly, really hanging on to that position, giving those people trying to make that move a run for all their money, making it very, very exciting. This is slowing down the meat missile, though, allowing June to make that gap 1.5 seconds now in front of second and third as Ashley Dodson finally gets the pass done. I think that was Hank Moore just letting him go there. It was probably a little bit too much on those tires. Now Ashley Dodson will have Jimenez in his sights. Brother's going to reload and re-engage hopefully shortly. I just heard someone hit a wall. All right, jumping back now. Let's see if there's any other racing going on. Not really, to be honest. Finn Harrison and Luke Del Papa kind of a second apart from each other. But apart from that, it's really only Hank Moore and Ashley Dodson. Austin Hennigar and James Cochran actually getting very, very close to one another. Austin Hennigar hopefully making a pass here on Cochran. Hennigar making 8 spots this race, coming from 14th all the way down to 6th now. And James Cochran from 11th to 5th. Beautiful driving. This is probably one of the better races Cochran has had so far. He has had the short end of the stick in a lot of these other races being taken out or just having issues in general. Jared Kelly, our big loser so far, lost 3 positions. And actually, to be honest, after doing that 188 into pits, he's not looking too bad in 4th. So, but he's in his own little pocket of air now, about 6 seconds back from the leader. Ashley Dodson closing up that gap to first place by a 10th so far. They go around the outside of the 157 of Robert Davis. Let's have a quick look at our pit strategy for this race as we go. As you can see, Jimenez having pit on lap 16, like a lot of the other people under that second safety car. Then his next pit stop at lap 38. Dodson opting for a fairly similar strategy, pitting on lap 37 instead of 38, and he's on 22 lap old tires compared to Jimenez's 22, 21. Sorry, back there when I was saying it. But the difference in pit strategy might come into play here shortly. Can Dodson maybe get on the same pit cycle as Jimenez, or will he opt for that lap earlier again and try hunt him down? Jimenez opening up a little bit more of a gap there to Dodson, having gained 5 tenths. Dodson really letting off the gas there, as 5 tenths back is Hank Moore now.
Yeah, it looks like Jim and Dodson and even Kelly got that pit strategy right there, but Kelly just did a little pirouette there in the pits. So he could be right up there with them, but it looks like he's not too far behind. So yeah, he could be making some good ground here to make up for that planned pirouette.
Yeah, for his little cheat code, he reckons. Oh, Ashley Dawson hitting the wall there again. Jesus. Making love to the wall, brother. I know he's lonely and it's a cold night. It's starting to get cold in Australia, but you don't have to hug walls. All right, Dodgson, I'll come give you a hug. But one thing we do have to talk about is Finn Harrison is still on track. So one half of the incident twins still here. We could have a caution, which could get all these guys back together. But I'm not holding my breath. And obviously you should never plan your strategies around something that might happen, not something that you know that is going to happen. It's never good to plan a strategy around a safety car, so you just have to race with your little heart out from start to finish. James Cochran actually managing to smash out a gap to Hennigar. 2 seconds now. It was a second when we checked back in a little earlier. Hank Moore and Ashley Dodgson side by side now. These two racing for position once again. This is actually allowing June Jimenez to sail off into the sunset, though. That is the problem with fighting in racing. You fight too long with your opponent for a position, and that will allow the leader to get away, or the car in front. But you need to choose those opportune moments and get those passes done as quickly as possible. It's not only to get an extra position, but you want to save yourself as much time as possible. Because at the same time as making an awesome racing spectacle and going back and forth for a position, it is not exactly the most economic way to catch the people in front of them.
Well, you see what Dodgson did there. He actually kept Moore down at the bottom line there for quite a while, and he just overheated his tires. And it looks like Dodgson just took advantage of that and punched a hole through to the second place there.
Yep. It's sort of like it's almost a mix of having, you know, a mix of both the high line and the low line is the best here. But from all the passes I've seen, most of the time it's been that high line that comes out on top. It's that low line just overheats the tires too much, and you eventually just have to let off and let them have that position before it starts to cost you too much.
Yeah, when you're really going through with the strategy in the beginning, taking that low line is not too bad because you're warming up your tires, you got a lot of grip. And then as your stint goes on, you're starting to shift over to the mid line, and then you're just getting higher and higher until your tires just fall off.
Yep, exactly right. 30 laps to go almost here at... Shit, why does it say Bristol? Sorry, my bad. Kansas. I need to ask Kelly how to do that probably. Kansas Speedway. 30 laps to go here almost at Kansas. June Jimenez well in the lead. Brother is really making his presence known this week. Will June Jimenez get his... I do believe he's won a race before. His second win of the season. Ashley Dodson probably going to have his highest result of the season so far, sitting comfortably now in second place. Hank Moore having pulled into the pits for his third pit stop of the race. Hank Moore going a lap down, but we are still waiting for Jimenez and Ashley Dodson to make their pits, so that will pull them right back into the race. James Cochran in fourth now. He's waiting to make his third pit stop. Same with Jared Kelly in third. Jared Kelly actually having made a lot of time after that pirouette. Ashley Dodson pulling into the pits now as Jared Kelly goes into second. Jared Kelly 6 seconds behind the leader, who was only 2 seconds behind Dodson there as Dodson entered the pits. James Cochran is following Dodson into the pits. Luke Del Papa having pitted only twice as well. He should be looking for his third pit stop here shortly. Finn Harrison in 6th, Hank Moore in 7th. Hank Moore now has Austin Hennigar on his ass. But Austin has pitted actually for the 3rd time. So that's a little bit of racing between Hank Moore and Austin Hennigar now. Sorry, that's Hank Moore and Finn Harrison. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Finn Harrison letting Mr. Moore past as he goes, thank you for one more spot. Not quite sure what's going on with Harrison. Maybe Harrison has decided just to let off. Maybe still feeling bad for what happened at the start of this race. But James Cochran is now coming out of the pits. Ashley Dodson coming out of the pits in 4th. Hank Moore just passing him on that way out. That undercut is looking good for Hank Moore at this point in time. That's going to put Dodson 1.5 seconds down from Moore. Kelly now in the lead. June Jimenez pulling into the pits for his third pit stop. Is the undercut gonna work for Ashley Dodson? I feel like Ashley Dodson's run into the pits there was actually not ideal, to be honest. As he is now
it looks like tires are falling off a lot too, and guys were touching the wall there. Holy man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Finn flying up into that outside line. I thought he was going to take out Ashley Dodson there for a second. Finn Harrison all over the shop. Bro, driving like he's had a few too many. Is that who I think it is? Wait, that's Jason Landry back there, passing Finn Harrison. Jason Landry in 10th position. What has happened to Mr. Ocean Wet? He was all up in the mix at the start of this race. Maybe he heard that I was talking shit about him and decided he didn't want to win another race. You know, make it more exciting. But, yeah. Don't know what happened to Landry. We'll have to find out what happened later on. But Ashley Dodson now, 2 seconds behind Hank Moore. After that pit cycle, June Jimenez, Ashley might have caught up a little bit here. He is now within 2.5 seconds of June Jimenez. Luke Del Papa out in the lead by over a second, but he is still looking for his third pit stop. So that's going to put him back down the order. We have gone from only 4 people on the lead lap now back to 9, apologies. Glenn Bratton having just got his lap back now, and everybody apart from Harrison and Del Papa having taken their third pit stop. Going back down the list, looking for anyone, but it looks like Hank Moore having...
18's pitting this time.
Del Papa looking for that pit. That's his third pit stop of the race as Jimenez takes back the lead. But the thing is, Hank Moore, the undercut, the crazy pit stop from him has put him right back in the mix. He is within half a second of Jimenez. Dodson now 2 seconds back. Dodson's going to have to put pedal to the metal, try to catch up to these two. But yeah, it looks like Hank Moore having done his pit stop rotation perfectly. That undercut almost gaining him 2 positions back to first, but I think we're going to see a little bit of racing between Jimenez and Moore very, very shortly.
That's crazy. It's going to come down to the wire here. Holy.
Very much so. James Cochran now being threatened by his teammate, Henniger. They're trying to fight for the #1 driver position. Who's going to retain their contract next season? Let's wait to find out on your next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Looks like Henniger is actually dropping back a little bit to Cochran. Cochran is gaining a little bit of time between him there. Everyone else back down the order. Not really much happening back there, but... well... it actually looks like Jimenez is just eking out a gap there to Moore. Now a second. Wow, actually Moore lost nearly 3/10 in that one corner. That's insane. Jimenez having that tire advantage, having pitted a few laps after Moore. But it looks like Jimenez is just on the charge. Bro's a buffalo right now. He's on a buffalo charge. Nothing's going to stop him whatsoever. He is just gaining time to his opponents left, right, and center. Now 1.3 seconds away from Moore, 3.9 seconds away from Dodson, and we've got no pit stops left to go in this race. With 22 laps to go, it is now a sprint to the finish. I don't know if Dodson's going to be able to catch back up. He is now 4 seconds behind Jimenez. Jimenez has just worked out exactly what is needed here at Kansas, and he is making it work. Blah, 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 blah. He is making the most of it. He is, yeah. I don't think he's going to be stopped whatsoever. He is now 1.5 seconds in front of Moore. That is insane. Jared Kelly in 4th, though. That pirouette not doing him any favors. He is in a little pocket of his own. That car in front of him is the number 50. Sorry. The car behind him is the number 87 of Joseph Blommel. Our lovely little stop and go haver. Landry back in 8th. What's going on, Mr. Landry? You were looking like Bruce the Shark fish are friends, not foes at the start of this race. Smelt blood in the water, went crazy, and now he's all the way back in 10th. 8th. Landry was a leader of this race for only a few laps. Way back at the start there, I'd say around lap 40-ish. Austin Henniger, 1.5 seconds behind his teammate James Cochran now. It looks like James Cochran is going to retain that seat for next season, and Henniger is going to take the Sonoda and the L. How's it going, Ben? It is going quite good. We have a different leader for this race for the first time in a long time, and it's beautiful. June Jimenez absolutely smoking his competition. This is some beautiful racing from him, keeping it cool, keeping it clean, and just bringing it home now. 18 laps to go, and Jimenez is large and in charge. 1.9 seconds in front of Hank Moore and still gaining time as we go. Ashley Dodson having fallen back even more as well. Oh no, June Jimenez, his internet is flashing. That's not good.
Hate to see it. With this many laps to go. He's
wouldn't
just
you?
dominating all race.
Wouldn't you? Isn't that that's the beautiful thing about sim racing? Someone can lead all race, and then next second they are thrown for a loop, and the internet disconnects. It's happened to me a few times. I think last season I lost 400 iRating because of disconnects and racing at the wrong time. It was great.
Well, a funny story. Back when our basement wasn't renovated yet, I had my computer a little further out in another room, the mechanical room, where we actually had that one closed off portion of the basement. And I guess one of my cats made their way in there, and I was in the middle of a Indy oval race, and everything just went black. So it turned out my cat had hopped on the computer, found a warm spot, and just slammed on the power button. And I just sat there in frustration for a few moments and wanted to throw my wheel out the window.
That's unfortunate. I don't know, like, people get so upset when stuff like that happens to them, but I'm just like, whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
To see red.
Yeah.
No, I just try to crack a few jokes.
Right,
and,
people get...
enjoy the commentary when other people get angry. I think that's the best thing about Oval. I was talking to Johnny over at Outlier there, and he was telling me that even in the top level races, that him and his buddy, when they're racing together, they'll kind of inject some commentary and start some little fights on track, and they see people lose focus. Just using that psychological aspect, it's absolutely hilarious.
Well, you know me.
You know me.
Even when I race, I start to talk a lot of shit. I find it works very, very well, especially when you're hunting someone down and you want to remind them that you're right there in their mirror, ready to make a move when they fuck up. You know, it's a little sprinkling of shit talk goes a long way. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. It's all about that psychological aspect, because when you're turning left all race and you got nothing better to do, you might as well get into your opponent's head a little bit. Yep.
Well, I turn left and right. I'm not really an oval aficionado, but I'll do it then too. If you remember the video,
right into the wall.
The video of me doing the Mickey Mouse voice and hunting down old mate. Oh boy, I'm gonna get you. Oh, if only there was somewhere you could hide. But
classic Stroud. You know what? Last week I put your spotter on, and is in the race. I don't know what the volume was up at, almost 300%. I was just driving along, and then somebody came up beside me, like,
Jesus,
Garno, just like this huge scream in my ear. Oh man, it's crazy. I couldn't believe it. Seriously, just like, holy crap, Stroud's here. Just a reminder that even if he's not around at VC, he's around on track at all times with your spotter pack.
Yeah, you can always get that spotter pack, have me in your ear, telling you how much of a gronk you are. I'm almost done with all the rants, so hopefully I've done all the numbers. So we're slowly working our way towards the full crew chief experience, which will hopefully be good. But yeah,
there's... wait. I will also purchase that too.
Awesome, sounds good. I'll tell you what, there is no racing whatsoever happening right now. Everyone has just settled into their positions, and we've got we have 11 laps to go. I was going to say less than 10, but less than 10 is not 11. Quick math. We have now 10 laps to go, and it looks like everyone's just kind of settled in. Ashley Dodson, 5.6 seconds back from June Jimenez. Hank Moore, 3.3. Jimenez is just powering. Brother cannot be stopped. It is his show and his show only. The man who dethroned Landry's winning streak so far is Jimenez, as long as his internet holds on. If not, it'll be Hank Moore. But honestly, a great race from Jimenez. Jimenez is just, yeah, he's hit a different level tonight. Obviously, Landry...
He's just dominating.
Yeah. Landry having lost a few levels and Jimenez having found them. But, yeah, it looks like...
big shout out to the boys, too, at Mech there yesterday. They won LMP2, or they won the LMP2 top split there.
At what, sorry?
At Majors.
Oh. Yeah, nice.
Much as I want to chill, I'm going to have to battle use in a minute.
That's awesome.
Get into note soon there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Got 8 laps to go here. It looks like Jimenez is just going to walk away.
Actually, talking about...
Absolutely on fire.
Talking about side by side, it looks like Dodgson's being caught up in a little pack here. This is very, very dangerous for his race. Actually, wait up. This is Jared Kelly side by side with Dodgson. Jared Kelly might get back another position and get that third as Dodgson cuts down back across the front of the 55 of Jared Kelly. This is some beautiful racing now with 7 laps to go. Kelly is all over the ass of Ashley Dodgson, making his presence known. Now, will Ashley Dodgson be able to retain the position, or... Oh, Jared Kelly blinking in and out of existence now. Dodgson opting for that high line. The 87 of Joseph Blommel is affecting this fight, but that's what happens here with racing. Lap traffic does get involved sometimes. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Kerry's diving now on that inside as Ashley Dodgson decides to take the high line. Kelly coming back up. Kelly, oh, Jesus, that was bloody close. Kelly flying back up into the outside there, right behind Dodgson. It looks like he's opting for that low cut-in and then flying back up high. It's not quite giving him that
high
drive.
line is really working well for Dodgson. We saw him pull that off a bit earlier on, and he just kind of held him down there and let him burn his tires out. So I think Dodgson could possibly walk away from this if Kelly can't get his nose out in front of him. Or we could see caution here and go to green-white checkered there, which could just make up the whole building.
I think we have one overtime. So it won't be a green-white checkered, or unless there's 2 cautions right at the end. But yeah, Jared Kelly though, that sorry.
Shows what I know.
Well, I think that's the way it is because we've kind of had it once.
No, you're right.
I think.
Oh yeah, I think so.
But yeah, like it's one. Ooh, Blommel smacking that wall. That's gonna get. Ashley Johnson is gonna get checked up by Blommel smacking the wall, and he's gonna come back in, cut off Jared Kelly's run there. Brother's gonna have to block for all of his little heart. Now, as we come into this last place, will Jared Kelly get a push there from his teammate as Blommel cuts back on the inside of Ashley Dodgson? Blommel really affecting this fight between these top 3 and 4. Jared Kelly, 3 laps to go now. Will he be able to make something happen with Ashley Dodgson, or is Dodgson going to maintain 3rd and finish this race in his highest position so far? The meat missile from Mackay, not quite getting that first. Jimenez are still well out in front.
I've got no nails left. I've been biting them for the last 3 laps.
I'll tell you what, there's been some very...
I'm quote here.
Actually, it looks like Kelly might have fallen off here a little bit. 2 laps to go. No, wait, Kelly's... Ooh, this is a beautiful dive up the inside. Is he going to get the drive out of that corner? Not quite, as we come back out onto whatever part of the track this is. It's an oval, so it all looks the same as Ashley Dodgson dives on the inside of the 87 of Joseph Blommel to try and get that lapped car out of his way so he can hold off Kelly now as we come into the penultimate lap. Ashley Dodgson, Jared Kelly fighting for 3rd. June Jimenez obviously going to take our race here at Kansas. followed by Hank Moore in second. But this is the big talking point of this race. Ashley Dodson and Jared Kelly now. Jared Kelly side by side with the Dodge Master as he slots back in. Is he going to be able to make a move on this last corner? Kelly diving right up the inside. They are side by side. There is less than a thousandths between them. No, Kelly. Oh, and that's Landry getting turned in the background as Dodson maintains the position. Jared Kelly coming in fourth. Cochran in fifth. Hennigar in sixth. Glenn Bratton in seventh. Eighth is Landry. Landry going well off the track there at the end. We'll go back and have a look at that shortly.
Good racing off.
Del Poplar in
Nice
ninth. Davis in 10th. 11th is Harrison. 12th is Blommel. Let's have a quick look at what happened to Landry here. He's going to come up wide, just tap Blommel, and get sent off the track there for a little bit of Dora the Exploring. And that's our race. Absolutely beautiful race here by our winner of today, Jimenez. June Jimenez.
Great. That was a great end to the race. That's what you want to see there. I'm glad I popped by randomly there.
Copy. Well, thank you for
get my
popping
wife
by.
coffee and she wasn't awake yet, so I just thought I'd stick around.
Copy. Thank you very much for coming in to have a chat and keeping us company here for the last half of that race. That was a very exciting race, actually. Landry finally getting dethroned by Jimenez. As we go to our... Whoa, Jesus Christ. That was the number 38 of whoever the hell that was. Who was that? Wait, is there a number 38 in this? Oh, yeah, Finn Harrison. That was Finn just doing, sideways things. Anyway, end of our race. This is our... let me just pop that off. We have someone doing donuts. Let him celebrate a little bit. This is our leader and our race winner, unseating the Lord Landry for the first time in 3 races. Jimenez. Beautiful work from him. We will talk to him shortly. Jimenez making the most of this race and the strategy that set up for himself. Congratulations to Jimenez. Absolutely beautiful work. Very, very happy for the brother. But our official results, I should say. June Jimenez in first with a 3-second gap to Hank Moore in second. Ashley Dodson coming in third. Jared Kelly fourth. James Cochran fifth. Austin Hennigar 6th, Glenn Bratton 7th, Jason Landry 8th, Luke Del Papa 9th, Robert Davis 10th, Finn Harrison 11th, Joseph Blommel 12th, 13th is Richard Malagani, and DNFing is both Dustin Robinson and Maxwell Waite. What a beautiful race
there,
from these guys. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, wonderful commentating. Just want to say my thanks to you for doing that. And yeah, that was quite the exciting race there. So
yep, yes, it
get
was.
my amateur ass in here to make a few random dad jokes and one-liners that don't quite hit or connect sometimes. So,
Coffee. Well,
I'm here for that.
I'm going to drag up Mr. Jimenez and we will talk to our leader about exactly how that felt to dethrone Landry. Alrighty. Oops. Sweet. Sorry. Give me 2 seconds while I do these things.
I forgot to how to use my mouse too.
All right. Pulling up June Jimenez. Mr. Jimenez, how does it feel to dethrone Lord Landry for the first time in 4 races and come home with an absolutely dominant win?
Oh, it was really fun. I feel like I've had the pace to win at a lot of these big tracks. Like intermediates are probably my strength on iRacing, and so I was in the mix at Darlington and totally messed it up. And Jason gave it right back today with getting the same thing that I did at Darlington, which is speeding in the pits.
So, did he speed in the pits? Is that what happened to him? I was trying to work out what actually happened.
Yeah, so once Jason sped, that kind of simplified the strategy for me because I only had to cover off the people that were running right with me and had pretty good pace throughout the whole run, and very
You
happy to bring it home in the win.
you had beautiful pace, absolutely dominant pace. Oh, I thought that Moore and Dodgson were gonna come into more of a play there towards the end, especially Moore. He almost got the undercut on you there on that third pit cycle, but didn't quite pan out. He was very, very close there, but you managed to retain that position and run away with it, to be honest, ending with over 3 seconds of clearance to Hank Moore behind you. But
Yeah, it was a really interesting first run after we got that that caution lap like 12, 13.
Yep.
You really had a very interesting mix of like people on new tires, people on old tires, and we had a big 8 or 9 car pack for a lot of that stint. So that was really fun, and we had very clean racing there.
Oh,
So
it was beautiful side by side racing, mate. It was very, very entertaining. A lot of lead changes and a lot of just mixing up all through the order. So it made for a very, very exciting race. But yeah, once you got into that position, you made it yours. It was no one else's. So congratulations and good work on dethroning Landry. And I want you to just rub it in his face all week, please. Just
yeah, sure thing, sure thing.
All right.
I'll
Yeah. Thanks for being part of this, June. And yeah, do you have anybody you want to thank or anything?
Yeah, I just want to thank the league. I'm pretty new here, but the the races that I've had have been really fun here. We've had a lot of clean racing. I think we've had at most 1 or 2 cautions every race that I've been here. So it's been really fun long green flag runs, and that's what I enjoy about racing. So I'm glad that we had the opportunity to do that here. And I'd like to shout out Missile Motorsports for we're usually more of a NASCAR 25 thing, but here we are on iRacing.
Coffee. Well, thank you very much, June. You've been awesome. And yeah, hopefully see you next week and you can give Landry another one for his money. You've done very well. So thanks for the interview, man. And I'll see you next week.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Alrighty. Now, next we will jump. We'll grab actually the meat missile from Mackay, Ashley Dodson himself, and see what happened with his race. Brother, you keep
brother.
You keep blue balling me. You keep blue balling the shit out of me. You
Why
keep
am I
telling me that you're gonna
blue-balling
win a race, and then you go and just
Well, you need to wait
peter
till
out.
the one, so I'm waiting for that one. That one race. You say
Yeah,
I've got to wait.
One race, bro. You've been on this thing for like 10 years.
I
I thought
know.
every race is the one race. You know what I mean?
No. You told me I
Stroud.
can only win one race, which has to be the
I
Watkins.
never
Glen
said that
You
you can
did,
only
so.
win one race. No, I did not.
Stroud was so focused on you this race with the camera, I thought he was flirting with you. So that's all I gotta say.
Well, hey, I got to back up me boy from Australia. Not like there's no bias involved. There's a lot of bias involved, but you know,
I just blue balled him on that second run when he saw me out front.
Yeah, well, you know, I thought you were going to retain
Yeah.
it, and then you lost that 2.5 that you had, and they reeled you back in, and then Jimenez just ran away with it, bro. No one could
I
catch
wish
him.
Kirk kind of just didn't side draft me there for a fair while there. He was just slowing us up, and I'm like, if one of us leads, we'll
Hank
be
Moore,
right.
or
that's right. I mean, racing's racing. That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah,
Not here
exactly.
for-
You and Hank Moore were fucking going back and forth for ages, and that's one thing I mentioned, man, was like, you know, it's all well and good to have all this battling, but you're just letting Jimenez just run away with it, and unfortunately, that's what happened.
I mean, I knew that's what was happening, but it's all right. I mean, we had a really good battle. I mean, there was a fair few guys who had a good battle with all night. So, I mean, I was running that wall waiting to get collected on an exit somewhere, but no, it didn't happen. So, tops off to all the boys that I was racing with. It was good.
Yeah, well, good work, man. That's your best result of the season so far, is it not?
I think so. Yeah, I think P4 was my closest. So we're etching up one by one. You know,
one by one. Yeah,
one by one.
Yeah.
Well,
that was nice. I saw. Go ahead, sir.
I was going to say, Jared Keller gave you a run for your money towards the end there, and Blommel wasn't making it easy for you to, keep him at bay. So
No. I mean, I kind of screwed myself too. I mean, obviously running up on that high line so early, you really dig your tires a lot more. But then I don't know. I didn't. Yeah. If you stay up there, it'll dig your tires a lot more than running on the lower side.
Really? I thought it was the opposite.
No, otherwise I would have stayed up top the whole time if I had it my way, but unfortunately the front tyres just decided to give out after a little bit. I mean, it's not a massive great deal of fallout between the top and the bottom, but if you're solely just running the top, and then, I mean, I'm sure towards the end of that run you would have seen me getting pretty sideways coming out of corners, trying to manage it, so.
Yep.
But
Well,
yeah, man, well, it was great racing.
Yeah, it was actually. It was beautiful to watch. So.
Looked like you were really holding people in the bottom line there, overheating their tires a tiny bit near the end of their stints. It was pretty interesting to watch as they just kind of fell away and you darted ahead after a few laps. They just couldn't quite keep it down there for that long side by side.
No, you're spot on, and I was kind of using that to my advantage. I was kind of like, I wouldn't say I was sandbagging, but I was kind of just backing up in the corner a little bit because I knew I'd keep them matched side by side on exit, and I knew that after like 5-6 laps, it'd start tearing at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that too. It's brilliant strategy because they can't do anything because they try to breathe and get up back to the top, but if you're holding them down there, they can't do anything. It was pretty fascinating to watch. I kind of caught that when I popped in here about halfway through the race during the broadcast and saw what you were doing there. So just really nice to watch. Love to see it on these speedways. Don't quite get the super speedway where you can choose any lane, and then you got these kind of speedways. They're my favorite too because there's so much you can do with that kind of strategy.
Yeah, and it all comes down to who chooses what line too at the start. I mean, like, because this is technically what you call a pack racing track, right? So, I mean, if everyone sort of goes to the bottom at the beginning and everyone stays in the bottom, like it sort of follows out that way. But if everyone sort of like pack races and gets up nice and close, like you're going to be up on the outside wall. Unfortunately, I just don't think we had enough people to keep it tight enough to turn it into a up on the wall situation. But like, as you would have seen too, like at the start, you could easily manipulate the bottom. But like midway through your stint, if you tried to pass on the inside, unless you had better tires, like it just wasn't really possible. You could just hold the upside and just sort of stick there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll recruit more for next season there for sure for you guys. So.
Well,
No, I
hopefully,
appreciate
we've got a lot of people here. Just no one wants to show up. I know that Austin and Andrew that act like Batman. You know, we only see one of them each week. It's either or. Can't get both of them in the same thing. So, but yeah, nah, this has been a better turnout than what we've had, especially last week. But hopefully, yeah, we can have more. The larger the pack, the more racing we get to watch, and the more I get
I gotta say
excited.
too, tops off to everyone. I mean, I've been part of many leagues, and I mean, caution ratios are usually pretty wild, you know, varying between league to league. But I mean, in here, you might have your accidents here and there, but overall, like everyone keeps it pretty straight, pretty clean. I mean, to only have 1 or 2 cautions every race, that's awesome. So, yeah, everyone can pat themselves on the back. It's pretty good.
Well, see, look, you only have 1 or 2 cautions when you only got 1 or 2 people to worry about, if you know what I'm saying, you know? Harrison and Max, but no.
I mean, let's open up the boxing room for him, I say. Let's create a channel for him, put him in there. They can have 1 punchline each.
Yeah.
Bro.
Well, 100% get there. Do you want to thank anybody quickly before we head out?
No, I'll leave you go. No, just thank you guys. Obviously, you boys are in the booth here for commentating and taking your time to actually watch the race and comment on it. But overall, no, thanks to all you guys and everything you guys do. It's been enjoyable for the 4 races I've been here so far. But thank you.
Well, thank you, the meat missile from Mackay, Ashley Dodson himself. And I'll catch you later, brother. Good luck next week, eh?
Thanks, mate. See ya.
Well,
anyway, thank you, Strovich, for popping in, brother.
Didn't see that going that way. But either way, thanks a lot for doing a great job there. And yeah, man, glad I could just pop in randomly.
Easy. Thank you very much, man. And I will catch you when I catch you. And on that note, I have been your commentator, Rowdy Stroudy, aka Dylan Stroud. And I am signing off. This has been Alan Strudelovich joining me in the booth while he was getting his wife some coffee. But yeah, thank you very much. This has been
round... that was a long coffee.
That was a very long coffee. This has been round 8 at Kansas Speedway, and we will see you next week, or I don't even remember, but you will not. We'll see you next week for round 9. Only 2 more rounds, and then we're into our playoffs. And in our playoffs, we do have our only track circuit of the league, which is Watkins Glen, which I'm very, very much looking forward to. But anyway, signing off, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a good morning, night, evening, early morning, whatever time of the day it is for you when you are watching this, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.